All right, let's watch the whole breakdown here. Let's watch the Mrhappy recap video here.
Hey everyone, Mrhappy here, and today we're going to be doing a recap of the latest letter from the producer live. This one took place on the Tokyo Game Show floor for the first time in, as they said, 4 years, and it was your standard, you know, part 2 live letter where there's maybe a few more things we learn about. We see some in-game footage. It's one of those live letters better watched because there's not usually that much new information, but we did get some exciting new stuff that's going to even have implications going into 7.0. So no job reveals or anything like that, but a few small things that pop up that will be relevant for 7.0. So we're actually looking at the unofficial translations over on Discord. Illuminori and Miyuna, as always, thank you to both of them for providing screenshots as well as the unofficial translations that we're going to be using. So I always include a link to that in the description of the video, so be sure to go and thank them, and that's where you can always find the stuff that I'm grabbing for videos. So yeah, just a few screenshots here. They came on stage and they said, you know, thanks everyone for being here. It's super crowded. Today's letter from the producer live will cover stuff for 6.5. And Yoshida even like, my head is already filled with next expansion stuff and patch 7.1. My man doesn't even care about 6.5 anymore. My man's like, just get us the Dawn Trail. And everyone was like, true. Anyway, so as we predicted, October 3rd is going to be the release date for
not true. No. I need my 12 raid shit. Stop acting like it's not cool. We need the conclusion. Don't you guys care about the story? Come on, man. This is the ancients. These are like the allies of Vana. These are like people that sacrificed thousands of years to help guide mankind to greatness and to overcome deepest despair, which Zero has figured out in the course of 4 patches.
5 with part 2 scheduled for mid-January, basically right after the Japanese fan festival that's taking place in early January. Big thing we have that's a new bit of news is actually in this tab right
Imagine
here.
being a legend. Couldn't be
New
me.
variant of Criterion Dungeon, Aloalo Island, I believe
Alo Island.
Pronounced. Now, this they didn't mention in the last live letter, but in response to feedback, new rewards are in the works for Savage Mode. Rewards intended to be useful in increasing item level. Now, a couple of notes about that. For one, it only mentions Savage, which would imply only Criterion Savage, not just regular Criterion. In that particular case, I think regular Criterion is actually where they need to be aiming. I guess I feel like
rewards
Savage,
intended to be useful in increasing item level. Savage specific though, so not variant, not Criterion, but Savage Criterion. I don't know if I ever even did Savage. Isn't that where you have to clear it in one go? Don't you have to do the whole fucking thing in one go? No res? Yeah, that's... okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with Happy that they should maybe think about Criterion rewards and not just Savage. Ooh.
They need feedback on whatever they do here, because that's going to be useful for their variant.
We heard your feedback on wanting better rewards for the Savage version. That's not... Is that, like, it... What? Have I been missing something? It will be in 7.0 as well. Okay.
Tyrion Dungeons in 7.0. They've already made comments like we might get another 3 of them in 7.x. You know,
I think the devs missed we meant both. The Savage one is the one with 0 rewards. The normal mode one at least has a mount, even if it isn't enough still. Well, yeah, Savage should get... I didn't know Savage gave, like, literally nothing. Fix them both, then. Fix them both, then. Make them both better. They both fucking suck. Savage gives you dog shit. Criterion gives you dog shit. Okay? Fucking make them both better.
The Fall Guys collaboration.
You get all items from both difficulties, but from Savage you get a title. That would be cool. That way you have that little extra push for Savage for whatever reason. And then Criterion's also worth it.
And from recent interviews, we know that they're going to be jam-packing it with Final Fantasy mechanics, because they can't do collision and grabbing and like griefing people in that way. I want them to make it so that like a player can have like an AoE knockback around them, or you could like aim AoEs at people. Like I hope they still manage some of the like sabotage elements.
That's not gonna happen. People would cry like little babies on the forums so fucking hard. God, people would literally cry Thaliax River. It would be insane.
But just using...
People already fucking suck at doing agility courses. You put people in there and want them to get past people intentionally bonking them? Come on, bro. That's never gonna happen.
Final Fantasy style buffs, debuffs, etc.
Buffs and debuffs would be kind of fun. If you get hit by certain obstacles, I would say, like, if you get hit by something, maybe it slows you. Maybe you get, like, paralyzed randomly for, like, 10 seconds or something.
They also have the sort teleport destination by expansion.
I'm excited for that one.
Reward for obtaining all the mounts. Item level restrictions. I had actually forgotten about this already.
I'm actually really excited. It's so stupid, but I'm actually really excited about this adjustment to sort your teleports by expansion. It's so fucking nice. Because the way that they kind of bleed together is a little obnoxious.
I had actually forgotten about this already. Item level restrictions for Duty Finder Alliance raid based on level, meaning that the higher your level is, the higher your minimum item level will be to even queue in to Duty Roulette Alliance.
Fucked.
So that way you can't just deliberately aim for Crystal Tower anymore.
Get fucked.
On top of that, they're going to be scaling the rewards based on the difficulty and time required. So unironically,
good.
Because you can only do this really once a day, the near raid might still be like, the near raid might now be kind of the ideal outcome, strangely enough, which, okay, you know.
The near raid is good, okay? What near raid's fine. The story just sucked. The raids themselves, cool. Banger music, cool fights. I like the theme. Story sucked.
As long as it's got the best rewards of the batch.
Yes, they have, Warthus. They said that actually just like a little bit ago. They confirmed that they are going to do Variant and Criterion and Dawn Trail as well. Yes.
You know, sure. At the very least, I won't mind getting it nearly as much as I do now. And then job adjustments. They didn't say much here. They just said, you know, they're going to make adjustments to lower the damage disparity or to balance the damage output between jobs within each role. So they're not like getting rid of range tax all the way or anything yet. And increase potency to certain job actions. It's you know, generic stuff. It's right before they expand.
Yeah, I agree. Buff Red Mage and Summoner to be as good as Black Mage, but not have to adhere to any of the same movement restrictions at all. That's what they should do. And then just delete Black Mage.
Surprised they haven't doing anything at all.
That's what I would do.
Then they briefly did a live demo of Zeramus where we actually got to see they're on a 7.0 test realm for this. And so Yoshi P's level is actually uncapped. It's hard to see in this. Can I blow it up? Yeah, you can see he's 26,000 out of 13.2 million for 13.278 million EXP. So he could theoretically hit. He is also stopped, like he has the little X like you get in the free trial, the little, you know, circle with the cross through it. But either way, you know, just take a note. It's not going to matter. You're just going to go through the MSQ anyway. Like the number's not really relevant. But and then we just got to see a little bit of Zeramus, you know.
Oh, so it doesn't start broken? Oh, interesting. Dude, this is what?
He actually fought it for a pretty long time, and we saw a decent number of mechanics. We saw like what looked to be a 1 HP plus Doom. Which is, you know, just going to be a full heal at the end of it. He even gets healed to full by his debug command, and then the Doom goes away instantly. There's like a line AoE that, you know, just hits multiple times, and then there's ground AoEs that like expand and then explode. So, yeah, he just got hit by a series of mechanics. This was probably the coolest looking.
Look at those creepy like fingernail things. What the fuck?
One. These tentacles like slap across the arena, and you just have to find the safe zone for them. Curious how that'll look in Extreme. Wonder if it'll just have no markers or indications in any way, shape, or form. And then he even says there might be a debuff you haven't seen in a while. Don't be nervous and move too quickly. I wonder if that's, you know, that's a don't move. That's the dice over the head or something like that. I said it's more of an execution.
There is no fence, so there might be something trying to knock you back. I don't think this fight will feel like too many puzzle mechanics. It's more of an execution fight.
Based fight though, and less of a puzzle based fight. So something closer to Barbaricha and Golbez versus something like Rubicante or
Caution / dice.
I guess Zodiac kind of is more puzzly too, because the mechanics are very like specific to that fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just gonna be more like Barbie and Golbez than the other ones. Then we had Crystalline Conflict updates. They have minimap and UI adjustments, really good adjustments at that. And we got a little preview of the Red Sands, which is an insane map, by the way. So, new settings to permanently display the affiliated team to the left of the minimap. Thank goodness, because that was a strangely annoying thing to have to do. But this is one of my favorite things. There's now a new field indicator to show a comeback point. So you know exactly how far you need to get the crystal in order to actually get back into the lead. That's going to be great, especially during overtime, but it's just great information to have as the losing team to know, because I can't really fully understand. I just look at the number at the top and I kind of get an idea, but this extra visual indicator is definitely welcome. There's even a now, this is for the tunnel vision people, there's a countdown timer to overtime when, you know, you're 10 seconds out from the end of the 5 minutes of the base timer.
Yeah, that should be a thing. Yeah, thank God.
So that way you can't lose track of it. You'd be like, oh snap, I only have 10 seconds, and you can kind of realize it last second, but that is there. Big fan of that as well. This map is absolute chaos. There's so many different effects. I don't know, like, it feels like, were they holding back on all the other maps? Because they just went ballistic. So, what is it? There's speed lanes at certain points. There's a little like quicksand movement thing, like right near the start, which takes you to an oasis. While you're near the oasis, you heal 7,500 a tick. When you leave the oasis, that same 7,500 buff lasts 30 seconds. And then that plays into a different effect that shows up, heat stroke. Heat stroke deals 7,500 damage per tick, so if you have the oasis effect, it cancels it out, which is intended. On top of that, geysers show up during heat stroke, which, if you stand in any of the AoEs that the geysers shoot up, those heal you for 15,000 anytime you're hit by them.
Any kind of water.
But then also, there's map effects where one of 3 random monsters will show up near the first checkpoint with one of 3 different effects. The first one you can see here is a suck in, which if you get pulled in by that, an antlion comes up and one-shots you. You can guard the pull in, so you can avoid actually getting murdered by the antlion, but if you do get pulled in, that antlion's gonna kill you. Effect number 2 is a Sabotender, which actually isn't shown here. The Sabotender does 100,000 damage split between everybody in range of it when it appears, a few seconds after it appears. So if you're alone, you take 100,000. If there's 2 people, 50,000 each, etc., etc.
Oh, so
then there's a third unknown effect, and they didn't show that live.
Someone gets caught and
it was
they
in
just get one
trailer. And it's a Lunatender coming out of the ground that does some sort of beneficial buff for everybody. We don't know if that's what they heal, if that's limit gauge, or what it is. But we see in the trailer that it's some sort of positive effect. So you're just going to have to react to whichever thing comes out of the quicksand, whether it's going to be the antlion or whatever. There's just so many effects, and it's going to be it's going to be crazy. It's going to be just a big mess of things that you're going to have to deal with. And I think it's actually going to be a lot of fun. I'm just surprised to see them just go so ham.
I don't really play CC, but
these different elements. Cool. Then they showed off the 24-man. Very briefly, they showed off Thaliak as the first boss. They also showed off some trash over here as Yoshi P turned on his God mode. We didn't get to see much, you know, just the usual water shenanigans, you know, some room light AoE and bleed, and then the river can wash you aside. Yeah, there's more in the trailer than there is
time to get wet.
Where we actually get to see kind of this like triangle AoE that falls down and hits people nearby. So, yeah, the Yoshi P just mentions that you're going to have some triangle-related stuff. A lot of triangle-related stuff in that fight. The new gear...
Dude. Look at that. Oh, man.
For the 24-man, that's the tank gear.
That's fucking sick.
Very white. This is the rain...
That's fucking sick.
Gear, which is actually quite nice. Then you have the scouting gear, which looks a lot like some of the other scouting sets. So I identified it pretty immediately.
That one's not great.
Other than the headpiece, which was a little different. Oh, what do you know? Casters get robes, and I'm sure they...
It's always fucking robes, man. The crown's cool. I like the crown.
Healing robes are these, but white. So, big surprise.
Why are those ones black? That's weird. They do the armor like bright whitish silver.
That one, what do you know?
Right? Do the robes black? Fucking lame.
And we have some new housing items as well. We have a giant clock, absolutely enormous clock. You can.
Is that a bed of Elpis flowers? I need that. We need those. Our whole fucking front yard's gonna be covered in that.
There's a little Corpicur, I guess, vase or display on the back with a few lamps. There's also, of course, the Elpis patch on the ground right here.
Beautiful.
It looks like a little magazine tray over there. And then there's just stairs. I guess they got tired of people making contraptions to get onto their roofs. So they just added stairs.
Good.
They said, listen, you want to go on top of your house? Here's some stairs. So, stair away.
Good.
There you go. There's little Magitech station.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. Oh my God, that's one of the coolest housing items I've ever seen. That's fucking sick. What? Look at that. Can you actually dock the mount? There's no way.
As well, and something that's a little more Magitech-y glam-wise. So you can see the new shirt, the little kind of like.
What the fuck are those shoes, dude? What the fuck? I mean, what the fuck?
Like jorts almost. And then those weird.
What are those?
They said this is fashion glam, so I'm assuming it comes from treasure maps, but that is just an assumption.
It's
they
a
don't
turtleneck, but it's a short sleeve turtleneck. Like, what? What is that?
Outright anywhere. And then this, they said, is Island Sanctuary. This is kind of like a mix of like just.
That's like Cryo. You can get little Cryo ear. Oh my God. That's so cute. Caped Cryo. It's like Pirate Cryo. It's like Pirate Cryo. She's themed like the Pirate Warrior of Light. Look at her. Red and white and the black and the lace and the tall boots and the stuff on the things. She's a pirate. She's even got the little thing. Corsair. Dude, could you imagine if Cryle became a pirate? Pirate Cryle? Don't shut the fuck up, dude. Could you imagine? She pirates like a ship? That'd be fucking sick. A Cryrate. Dude, that would be sick. I'm not even memeing, chat. That'd be cool. Let her become a fucking, dude, Cryle is the new job character. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy.
Devout outfit from like Final Fantasy 3, something close to what Cryle wears, and some other elements. The big element here are the paw gloves.
Yeah,
the little toe beans on the gloves.
They almost look like little Moogle gloves or something. But
right there, first thing I noticed right away when I saw this as a cat owner. So it's just it's just another kind of cat ear hood, devout style looking thing.
Devout from FF3.
One more sheet.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Like the exact words out of his mouth. Yes. What the fuck is this cursed shit? It's a new outfit for Alec and it's real cursed.
As a cat owner. So it's just it's just another kind of cat ear hood, devout style looking thing. One more sheet. This was a personal request from Sakaguchi himself. He said, hey, can we get a Kappa suit? And that's a Kappa suit. That's what it is. That's what you get. You wanted something from the creator, the grandfather of Final Fantasy?
It's a water imp from Japanese mythos.
That at some point in 6.5x. So, yeah.
Kappa is a status you get from FF5, 6, which looks like the one in the screenshot, but the portrait's a lot more ugly. Oh yeah, you turn into a little green thing with a blue thing on its head and like a yellow beak. I remember now. Yeah.
Let's see. Then they went over to the Ozim Step to show off some mounts. So we have this first mount. This is actually one of the bosses in the trailer.
Shut the fuck up. Is that the Criterion mount? It's a fucking fairy that pulls you around? What?
For Alo Alo Island. So this is either going to be the mount from the 12 paths or this is the Criterion mount.
Gimme!
I don't know which yet. I hope it's the mount from the
Gimme!
I think it's going to be one a lot of people want more.
She's like a sad fairy.
Make that the all paths.
Find some treasure. Celine got mad then got turned into a mount. Dude, I need it.
Actually one of the bosses in the trailer for Alo Alo Island.
I need
so
it.
This is either going to be the mount from the 12 paths or this is the Criterion mount. We don't know which yet. I hope it's the mount from the 12 paths. I think it's going to be one a lot of people
fairy with a gun.
More, and so they probably
a Gary
want to make that the all paths mount. Then we have they showed the minion, the
little stone head.
The Olek head.
Yeah, Akira, same.
That's screaming to be an emote for somebody.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's it. That's all I gotta say. And then we have one of the mammoths from Island Sanctuary, whose emote is also our Olmec. I called him Olek. Olmec.
Ma!
This is from Island Sanctuary. It even throws the tube over its waist and gets.
You must assemble the statue of the silver monkey. Isn't that from like, is that from like the old fucking, no. Is that from like the old Jackie Chan cartoon? Legends of the Hidden Temple? Oh, I don't.
It's ready for a beach party. Then we have some other mounts. A Luna Tender mount.
2 different people come in the chat today as first-time chatters, and all they say is Chris Metzen, as if that's supposed to like make me talk about it in a meaningful way. Are you guys? This isn't Google. You're not typing in a fucking search field and expecting a result, okay? If you're gonna bring something up, be a human being, please. Jesus Christ.
Weird. This thing has some great animations.
How to hide a body.
It does like a pirouette and like, no, it's not a pirouette. It's whatever. It does like an A pose or something in the air. And then it just looks creepy when it's walking around. Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's the pose. There you go. It hits the A pose. That thing is flexible. Let me tell you. It's just having a blast while it flies through the air.
There's
another Luna Tender. We also have
Yo! Look at the Lalafell on the bike. God damn it.
I have this trike that's been made into a tractor.
It's got a fucking backhoe on it. Look at that. That's sick.
Island Sanctuary.
It's like a little, yeah.
Well, it even plays the Island Sanctuary music. So
it's a tractor.
I have crippling depression.
You know, it's Island Sanctuary. And then we have the UFO from Hildebrand, which is hopefully from the Hildebrand quests. I mean, it could be MGP or something, but hopefully it just comes from doing the Hildebrand quests, like finishing them all the way through. Yeah, that's the UFO.
What? What? Give me that! Give me! I wouldn't mind that being MGP. I'm gonna ban this idiot. I accidentally banned Jesse. Come here, Decimus. You're fucking out of here. This guy's out of here.
UFO.
Unmodded.
UFO mount.
Banned. Unmodded.
Just
get him out of here.
Corpse around. That's all it does. That's literally the animation. It just holds your corpse around. Just drags it around everywhere you go. This is just how it flies.
And I'm gonna unban Decimus.
And then you have the KFC collaboration. Unfortunately, Japan only. And let's be honest, by Japan only, I mean Japan only now to NA getting a minorly scuffed one to EU never getting it. So, listen, that's how history has been. That's how history is.
What is this? Why am I looking at Colonel Sanders right now?
Repeated itself. I'm just repeating history at this point.
Finger licking good. Come on down to KFC. We'll cook you up a tender chicken bucket. Finger licking good.
So, good luck, everyone else. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a chicken burger, a piece of chicken, a small fry, and a medium drink. And then
can you only get this in Japan? No, Japan only. No!
Comes with the eat chicken emote, which is literally you eating a bucket of chicken. So, wish I could get that, but I don't live in Japan. A reminder, by the way, in case you missed it, there is a Final Fantasy XIV tabletop RPG coming May 2024, and that is currently available for pre-order. It comes with a basic rule set, something that only takes about 2 hours to get through, but it also has a book, and I don't remember if it's included, but at least they mention it on the page, that has a bunch of rule sets and additional campaigns for people to do as well. So it's
I would love to see how they structure FF stuff into a D&D setting. That would be sick.
Quite extensive. It also comes with a bunch of, D20s, a few D6s and whatnot. So it gives you all the things that you need to have your very own Final Fantasy XIV D&D session. And I think it's a really smart decision to do something like this, especially right now.
Yeah,
right now,
like
D&D's, Baldur's Gate has brought a little bit more D&D to a lot of people's lives and a little more interest in it. So well timed to get those early pre-orders in. There's going to be a fireworks show in Japan, and then they're going to have a patch note reading. Patch 6.5 will have a 24-hour maintenance. And finally,
expanding the free trial.
The free trial is going to be expanding on 6.5 release to level 70 with all the level 70 contents that we have. There's screenshots on the main page showing stuff like Omega and showing stuff like Eureka. So we know that we're going to have a lot of availability with all that stuff. And next month we have EU FanFest. very, very excited. And
thanks,
in 9
Happy, for
days, we will get to
summarizing
play
it
through
for
all
us.
this stuff.
Next week. 1 week. Okay, so I can tell you guys then. So he already said it on his stream because we didn't talk about it being like a low-key thing or anything. But Zeno and I have put together a pretty big streamer collaboration for 6.5 day of. As of right now, I have a list of creators who are confirmed to be in it. I have Frosty, Lamatod, Thunder Bunnies, Zesh is coming, Arthur's is coming, Spudsy is coming, Pathra is coming, Mrhappy is coming. So that's what I have right now. And I've reached out to some other people that I haven't got a response from yet. I'm going to hit them up again, see if it's something they'd be interested in doing. But yeah, I figured for the finale, like we should just, we should all get together and fucking enjoy it together and have fun.